Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the subscriber contracts. And today's contract, Rogue 47, set in Dartmoor. And the contract ID is on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today, courtesy of Paul Anderson 37. So moving on to our briefing, 47 has requested time off, but it has been rejected. He is now taking revenge. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them. 2 must be eliminated whilst disguised as the mansion guard, 1 via screwdriver, 1 via electrocution. 2 must be eliminated as the mansion staff, 1 via explosion and 1 via consumed poison, and 1 must be eliminated whilst disguised as the photographer via electrocution. We also have only 1 exit available to us. No bodies can be found excluding accidents and poisons. We cannot be spotted, and we cannot be recorded as our objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the mansion guard. We're going to have the Seeker 1 stored up in the changing rooms, and we'll be bringing with us our ever trusty lockpick, a remote micro taser, and our silenced pistol.
Some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate.
So right from the start and off the bat, we require a few items. First and foremost will be our Seeker 1, and once we have that, we're going to make our way into the kitchen, grab ourselves a propane cylinder, and then make our way into the corridor outside, where we will find some coins, and then in the storeroom behind us a screwdriver, a fuse, and I think we have just about everything. So we're gonna turn on the vacuum cleaner here and then hide in the storeroom, as we are trespassing at the present, and that will get the attention of one of the housekeeping staff members outside of the dining room, and when they come to investigate, we can then render them unconscious. We can hide them in the storeroom here in the closet, and we can take their outfit. So we now have 2 of the outfits that we require. So we're going to make our way around into the corridor between the living room and the dining room. We're going to take 1 of our coins and throw it in the corner of the room. That will attract the attention of the other housekeeping staff member, and when they come along to investigate, we can pounce on them, render them unconscious. We're going to hide them in the closet provided, and we are now alone with our target, Edward. We are going to run up behind him before he gets to the piano, render him unconscious. Make sure you've closed the kitchen doors. I did forget to mention this on your way out. It is somewhat important. You can get past with the doors open, but obviously much easier if they are closed. And we're going to drag Edward here right back round to the large puddle just outside of the corridor to the dining room. We're going to return to the storeroom, retrieve the guard's outfit and the car battery. We're going to use the car battery to electrocute Edward and eliminate our first target. We're then going to change once again back into the staff member's outfit, and we're going to head on for our next target. But first of all, we need to retrieve ourselves some poison. So we're going to make our way into Mr. Fernsby's office, lockpicking our way through the door, and on the windowsill we will find some lethal poison, and with that we can now move on. So we're just going to grab up our propane cylinder, make our way into the living room, and we're going to throw our propane cylinder at Gregory's feet, and that will be Gregory taken care of in a little while. We also need to take care of one other person whilst wearing this disguise, which we will get to as well. So we're just going to make our way upstairs and up onto the balcony. We're going to select our silenced pistol, and as long as Gregory's wife is not around, we can then detonate the propane cylinder and eliminate Mr. Carlisle. So 2 targets taken care of. We now need to make our way back downstairs, and we need to take care of our next target, who I believe is the guard out of the side of the building here, and he's currently stood right where I want to be. So we're just going to wait for him to move. There is a fair bit of panic going on just beyond the doors here, as everyone is running around due to the explosion. Our friend here has finally vacated his spot, and we can now add our lethal poison to his bottle of water. As you can see, everybody just on the other side of that wall in panic mode. So before we enter back into the building, we'll just wait around for our target to sample his now very spicy bottle of water, and he goes down somewhat slowly but rather gracefully. So that just leaves us 2 more targets to go, and our next target is outside in the garden area, and we require the guard's outfit once again for this. So we're just going to give the guard enforcer removing the body a nice wide berth by going through the dining room instead of down the corridor. And out here we will encounter our next target, who is currently helping the photographer there. We're just going to apply our taser to the floor. You know, it's very difficult to get this just right. There is a nice sweet spot. We also need that young lady to remain in that chair. So we'll come back for her in a little while. In the meantime, we're going to move on to our next target, who is on patrol with his colleague here. We're going to select our Seeker 1, and we're going to make our non-target guard rather ill, and he will wander off and get sick, and our target will continue on with his routine. And all we have to do is pick our moment, and when we are ready, we can throw our screwdriver that we've collected at the back of his head. I want to get him while he's near those bushes. That's perfect. We're going to grab the gun that he drops and drag him deep into these bushes here, right to the water's edge area. About there will do nicely, and then we can return to our final target, of which we still have to remove this guard. So we're going to drop the gun we've collected on the floor, throw a coin to get the guard's attention. We'll have that coin back, thank you very much. And the guard should spot the gun and take the gun away, and when he does, we can then lure the photographer over to where we are and into the crate provided. So the photographer's in a good position right now. We just need the guard to get well out of earshot, and we can then crouch down. We're going to throw our coin over into the corner there, collected up, and that will get the attention of the photographer, and depending on which way he comes is which way we will go. This is the better of the routes. We can pounce on him a little bit early here, and the young lady over by the fountain or the pond in the distance will not see us. So once we've deposited our friend here into the crate, we're going to crouch down again, take his outfit, and we're going to place the fuse in the fuse box, which will then generate some power. We're then going to overflow the fountain just with this tap right here. The young lady is still sat in the chair, as the overflowing pipe does only form a rather narrow puddle. So the young lady does need to be in the chair when we trigger our electrocution technique. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and we're going to make our way now to the one and only exit, and we're just going to run straight for the bridge exit. There are no enforcers to worry about, nobody is in a panic, we can casually leave the area. So we should get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we've managed to meet our objectives, and that will gain us our silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.